Intelligence System Analytic Computer is activated. All ISAC systems are confirmed online. Data scanned. Downloading files.
What's up, guys? You listen to episode 147 of SITREP Radio, giving you the news and other happenings in the world of The Division. This week we've got news on what's to come in Endgame for The Division 2, and finally some news on clans. But first, my name's Mike, and joining me as always are my co-hosts, Robert.
Hello.
And Luke.
Hello.
You alright?
Yeah. Yeah, are you?
Yeah. What's with the accent?
No, I just wouldn't expect you to ask us how we were, to be honest.
I was just wondering, being nice. Fuck you. I don't care.
How are you, Mike?
You're not nice.
I'm not nice. Oh, cheers. I'm doing better than I was yesterday. Projectile vomiting is gone.
That's why the podcast is late, if anyone was...
Yeah, blame Mike. Blame sick,
yeah,
sick boy over
apologies
there.
to anyone listening.
He was ill.
Yeah. But yeah, hopefully you guys have had an awesome week, as well as our listeners, and welcome to any new listeners of the show. With that being done and said, let's get down to some news.
State of the game.
So the technical alpha is currently ongoing, although by the time you listen to this, it will have finished. If you did get access, please make sure to give feedback in the relevant places. And the open beta is going to be available next weekend from the 1st to the 4th of March. All players, all platforms. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Go check it out. Luke, you've been playing the technical alpha. How's it been going so far?
I played it a smidge, yeah, because of like real life getting in the way and having to go to work and all that boring shit. You know, I didn't phone in a sick day, so...
oh, sorry. Hold on a second. Let me just get my sweet new violin out of its case.
But no, it was good. Not a single error in terms of like Delta or Mike or Charlie or whatever any of the errors are that we got in the private beta. No audio issues. I sent to you guys yesterday, I think the NPCs look a little bit easier to spot. There's one change I spotted nearly straight away. And if anything, it even looked better than it did the first time around as well. I don't know if it's just because the technical alpha is a newer build than the private beta was, or whatever was going on. But yeah, it maybe it was just a memory thing, but it looked sweet as a nut last night when I played it for a few hours. So yeah,
Nice.
if you get a chance to play it next weekend for the open beta, people, get in there because you'll love it.
Were there any Did you manage to check out any changes to weapon mods?
The only weapon mod, because I was getting tired and everything last night around about 10:30, I just decided to stop when I got to about level 4. And I'd only unlocked one weapon mod, which was the red dot sight, but the values seemed the same as what they were on the private beta. So it was plus 20% accuracy, minus 10% crit hit chance.
Right,
which
sounds about right.
To me still seemed a bit too much.
I think it was minus 15%.
Really?
So that has been altered, yeah, I think.
Okay. I know they said they were looking into it. I don't know, obviously, how long they've had since they decided to look into the mods as to when the technical alpha build was ready, because obviously, you know, it wouldn't have been ready literally 3 days ago, would it? So,
yeah, because we weren't too sure if any changes that they were going to make, whether they were actually going to make them into the open beta, or if they were just going to make it into the launch game.
Yeah. I know Marco, I didn't get to the DZ, but I know Marco Style checked out the PvP. He was tweeting about it earlier, and they've removed PvP stagger from shotguns and sniper rifles.
Nice. Good.
Because I think the stagger was a bit OTT, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things they said pretty much straight away that was already going to get removed. It's just weird that was in the beta at the time, wasn't it?
Maybe they weren't sure about which way they wanted to go with it until the beta went live, and then they're like, okay, all the feedback is now pushing us in the direction that we need to go. So, I mean, you know, that's what excuse me, that's what betas are for, though, right?
Yeah. So please make sure if you trying the technical alpha over the past couple of days, please give as much feedback as you can to the devs. Some of it might be input into the open next weekend. If not, it will probably make it into the launch game. But as Julian Garrity said on Twitter today, stuff that isn't picked up now will, be picked up most likely after the game's launched, unfortunately. But no games nowadays seem to launch in a 100% state, as we've kind of noticed in recent months. That was kind of like a dark note. Sorry about that, boys.
Day one patch inbound. Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, we know that's going to be the case anyway.
Yeah.
It's standard now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I didn't mean that in a bad way. Yeah.
No.
It's great that they think there's stuff that they can fix before general release, even though they've pushed the build out. And then obviously, as they did with the first game, there's going to be many, many updates, isn't there? So
definitely.
It's
okay,
still,
let's move on.
Yeah, but the technical alpha being unexpected, like no one knew that was coming. It shows they're trying to work on, maybe there won't be a day one patch. I mean, it's not like they released the game early access and then fixed it while it was in early access, sort of like what Anthem has done. So
no, it's a fair point.
Yeah.
Another thing as well is just going quickly back off what Rob said. Like, we didn't know this thing was coming. They literally dropped it on, what was it, Wednesday?
Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday. Like, you can preload it in about 5 minutes. Go.
Yeah. That's freaking awesome. And because everyone was going on about, the beta is just to test the service and all the rest of it. And then it kind of feels like, no, they're actually taking a lot of the feedback and trying to implement it. And really make the game the best it can be on launch. It's not going to be absolutely 100% perfect, and there are things that are going to have to be adjusted and changed over time. But the fact that they've even thrown this out there anyway, and it's also to kind of make sure that the people that are going to jump into the open beta next weekend are going to have a really good time, because it should be in a better place than it was in obviously the alpha and the private beta the other weekend. So.
It actually loaded up with private beta. How before it used to say like technical alpha or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Actually opened up with open beta across the screen. It's like the watermark. So I'm guessing that we've literally just played the open beta build and they just pushed it out on PC the week early just to give it a test because of the new stuff that they've implemented. So like I say,
just to make sure.
Yeah, it's great that they're doing that. You want the open beta to be as good as possible. Push it out to PC players first, give a quick test, tweak it a bit, push it out next week.
Repeating what they did with the original game, PTSing releases.
Yeah, great.
I don't think they even went as far as this, did they? Went like just before launch. I mean, we had a beta. I mean, not from what I can remember anyway. Obviously, we weren't as
no. I mean, like from
now,
1.4 onwards.
Oh yeah, obviously, yeah. Okay, moving on. So one of the main problems that a lot of people had with The Division, the original The Division at launch, was endgame content. Would you agree that it was a little bit scarce, boys?
Yeah. Well, it was literally the Dark Zone. That was it.
I was going to say that sounded more like a question. Yeah?
Yeah?
I just remember it being like one of the huge topics that everyone was going on about. And I'd never thought that was the case. Like when you kind of look back at it now, and I think I've definitely said this in other podcasts that we've done, you kind of think of all the content that we've had in the Division 1, and it wasn't there day one. You kind of think, what the hell did we do for all that time?
It was a lot harder to get loot back then, so we just repeated the same shit.
That is very true. Sounds kind of familiar, Rob.
Yeah.
I know you might be playing a different game in a minute. It's not Destiny, but yeah. So basically, the one thing that they've been shouting about since E3 is Endgame. Endgame is going to be the big thing with the Division 2. We've got you covered. There's going to be a lot for you to do once the game launches, and that's been like really nice to hear. The fact that you're going to have all this content, and then yesterday they dropped an Endgame trailer, some of which we already kind of know about. But kind of there's a few details and little bit of extra stuff going on in there as well. Did any of you guys check out the trailer?
Yes, sir.
No, I didn't see it.
Okay.
What?
I've been busy.
Literally nobody on the planet believes that excuse, Rob.
That's why I immediately laughed after I said it. Well, I have been busy just Probably not doing what I should be doing.
Okay, so let's go over. I mean, there's a little infographic here that was put up by the division.
Rules will
Obviously,
change.
specializations. We know the specializations coming. Obviously, we're only going to get those in Endgame. I think that's going to be really cool. We'll talk a little bit more about that later on with regards to other stuff that's going to be coming on alongside that, because I know Rob's going to be like, oh, what about this? I'll be like, hold on, wait for later. Just saying, Rob, love you. I was waiting for the bit where he's like, I would never do that.
Fuck you.
Obviously, the Endgame faction, the Black Tusks, are going to invade missions and going to invade the open world. And there's going to be 5 world tiers, which are now officially confirmed. How do you feel about world tiers coming back, boys?
That's awesome. That means there's going to be some kind of end game progression with loot and gear score, which we never had day 1 of Division 1.
No.
So
it wasn't until 1.4, was it?
Yeah. A lot of us skipped that world tier thing, unless you remade a character after they introduced it. So it's going to be good.
Then we've got Raid 1 of X amount, Operation Dark Hours. The raid looks to be taking place at Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport, and it looks like there's 8 people walking up to it. Looks pretty cool, just from the little teaser image that we've got and the couple of clips that we saw in the trailer.
There's a minigun, right?
Possibly. It could be for something else. And a new stronghold, which is kind of interesting, seeing as Rob, how many strongholds have you played this week?
3.
Do we think like strongholds are going to be kind of like incursions, or is that going to be faction specific in the open world?
I don't know. I imagine strongholds being a harder version of the what was the things what were they called in the beta where you go and clear out?
Oh, the control points.
Yeah, I imagine them being a harder version of that, maybe with some mechanics involved.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Yeah, I'm just looking at all the replayable activities, and on there it does actually say faction strongholds on the map. You've got clan projects, clans we'll talk about later on. You've got settlement projects, base of operations projects, main and side missions, living world activities, priority target network. I wonder if that's something along the lines of HVTs.
PTN.
HVTs, PTN. Obviously, you've got Endgame, Occupied Dark Zone, and conflict modes. However, I'm not sure if they're going to be available just at Endgame or if they're just generally replayable.
All in all,
a
shitload to do.
Yeah. How did Luke? What are you going to jump into first? Obviously, you're not going to be able to jump into the raid, but what are you looking forward to? Basically, playing at Endgame the most.
Do you really need me to answer this?
Oh, the Dark Zone.
That's not in the list though. So.
It's a replayable Endgame activity, technically.
Occupied Dark Zone's right there on the right hand side of the list.
Okay. It is on the list then.
No, to be honest with you, I'd like to check out some more of the invaded missions, because that was excellent on the was it the private beta that we just played a couple of weeks back? They seem like a mixture between incursions and legendary missions, don't they?
Yeah.
So I'm excited to play a few more of those. Occupied Dark Zone. I mean, obviously.
Rob,
I want to see the invaded world and see how like in depth it is. Whether they're just gonna, like, if you leave them, they're just gonna run riot everywhere. Then you have to clear the map, and like what the cycle is with that, and the strongholds. I'm interested in that as well and see how good that is.
Yeah, I'm interested in the strongholds because I can't really see the picture very well from here, but it kind of looks like a prison.
It does, doesn't it? You're right.
Yeah,
Like you can see like watchtowers and spotlights and stuff.
Yeah, and haven't you got? Isn't there a prison island off? I know you've got Roosevelt Island off of Washington, but I don't know if there's. I don't think there's a prison on it. Could be wrong there. But yeah, I think the Stronghold, the fact that that's kind of like the newest one in there that really is interesting to me. Obviously the raid, I'm really interested in the raid. You know, we've got to get a team together for that at some point, which is it's going to be very, very interesting. I don't know, like this is so much more than what we had with the Division 1, especially at like just even now. I think it sounds like there's going to be a lot more, and there's still a lot more to come, isn't there?
For choice.
Yes. The only thing I would say is, do you think we'll get another Endgame faction later on down the road?
Yeah, I reckon we probably will.
I don't know how difficult that
seems
would
like
be.
a logical progression.
I don't know. I'm just thinking, I don't know how difficult that would be to put in.
I don't know about a completely new faction, but maybe a ramped up version of the factions, i.e. the LMB that turned into LMB 2 in Division 1.
Yeah. It might even be a case that there's already another faction in the game, but it's unreleased till later down the road.
That's
We
possible.
don't know.
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah, because I can imagine adding stuff like that to the game would be a pain in the ass. But and just before we go, Rob, I know you said you were interested in the invaded missions. Apparently, Thylander mentioned on Twitter that invaded missions are more considerably like strikes, akin to Destiny, while strongholds will be bigger and a bit more complex.
Whoa, okay.
Which is pretty cool.
So like dungeons then, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, so just to kind of go through a couple of these details a little bit more. IGN actually put out a video. You can go check it out over on YouTube. It's 7 Division 2 Endgame details you need to know. The first part was basically covering the invaded world, and it basically said that the Black Tusk are going to try and take the city back with their high-tech equipment, and they're going to sometimes prevent you from fast traveling to settlements. This was something really cool from the trailer, is that they were coming out of like an attack helicopter. I don't think you saw the trailer, Rob, but Luke, I know you did.
Yep.
But you saw like all the Black Tusks dropping down really quick from the helicopter, which looks really cool.
Yeah, it was quite surprising to see helicopters not crashing in the Ubisoft game, to be honest.
Yeah. Just for once.
Yeah.
And then they're going to deploy command centers around Washington, D.C. You're going to encounter different types of Black Tusk enemies, from normal ones that we've seen already, like the assault. There's going to be Rusher, thrower, sniper, tank, and there will also be more specialized ones like medic, controller, and obviously the ones that we saw from, what was it, the private beta or the Endgame trailer previously released? I can't remember which one it was, but the one with the Warhound in it, the robot dog.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Robo Doggo.
Yeah. Very quickly going over world tiers. They're definitely coming back for the Division 2, but they're going to have a bit more to them than the first time round. So once you've completed the campaign, you will start in tier 1 and you'll go up to tier 5. And it will once again depend on gear score. But it's going to be determined by difficulty. So it's kind of cool. You're going to be able to, if you find it too difficult, you can drop the tier to make it easier. But you should get additional loot to kind of progress through the world tiers. And yeah, factions will try to establish the bases known as strongholds, and apparently World Tier 5 can only be unlocked by destroying all of them.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So it's not just gear score that lets you into World Tier 5. You've actually got to complete some shit as well.
That means they're going to be hard as well.
Yeah,
I hope so.
But that it kind of means that the content that we're playing towards Endgame kind of scales with you, and not only scales with you, but is going to be there at the end.
Pinnacle activities.
Yeah.
Things to strive for. Things to build.
Probably one of the...
Sorry.
What was that, Rob?
Nothing. I know. I was just listing things that good games have.
Just talks all over you. It's just like, no, shut up, Rob.
No, that's fine. All right.
No, I'm done. I forgot what I was going to say anyway.
Something I've been really interested in seeing come to fruition, which is basically like they've been going on about specializations at Endgame. They're going to affect your build. You're going to be able to map it out how you want it, and it's going to be, we're so worried about build diversity, like the RPG factor with skills, perks, and all the rest of it. And we've finally seen some more of the user interface that wasn't available in the private beta, which is there's basically a huge specialization skill tree for the demolitionist, the survivalist, and the sharpshooter out there. I don't know if either of you have seen the picture for the skill trees, but it looks pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
They look awesome, but I don't understand them. I don't want to understand them yet. I want to wait till the game.
Agreed.
So please don't explain them to me.
And when like everything is finalized at release.
Yeah, because it's clearly not finalized because it says available points minus 157.
Yeah.
I'd only just spotted that when you started reading that then, Rob. I was like, how is
But
that possible?
If you do look at the image though,
It's broken.
You do have the option to respec.
Oh.
That's kind of cool.
Interesting.
Yes. Okay, so basically by unlocking the world tiers, you can have the option to choose between one of the 3 specializations at the beginning, and each of them come with a unique skill tree, which you'll get a chance to unlock more of them through the end game and have the freedom of switching between any of the 3 specializations. For each specialization, you're going to gain access to a signature weapon. So the grenade launcher, the sniper rifle, or crossbow. A skill mod, grenade mod, weapon attachment, tactical link for a group buff, which is really interesting because most people are going to think tactical tac link, but we know that's not coming back in the Division 2. There's going to be talents with armor kits, weapon bonuses for your gear, and 2 signature weapon ammo talents for the player and the party, which I'm guessing is going to be pretty fucking handy in a raid. Silence.
I'm just letting it all sink in a bit. Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you then.
No, it's fine.
Some of that is
to ignore you.
It's pretty cool.
Rude.
So I like the fact that like you're gonna have a weapon attachment that is literally assigned to your specialization. You're not gonna be able to pick it up anywhere else.
Yeah, I like that they're kitting out the specializations in different variety of ways. So you've already said the weapon attachment. We already knew about the grenades that are assigned to each different specialization. I can only assume, and that being the mother of all fuck ups, but assume that the tactical link will be different for each specialization as well. So that really should bring some team synergy for when you're doing the raids, like you said, especially with the special ammo as well, Mike.
And it also means like you're gonna have like I can't remember what they call it. You're gonna have like a skill that you run that is gonna kind of elevate your build, so that kind of works cohesively with your specialization as well. Because if you look, the one we're looking at, you've got like a drone alongside of it. Oh, is that a drone? Sorry, that could be a turret. Apologies. On the right hand side, I don't know if you guys can see it or not.
That's a turret.
Turret, yeah, definitely turret. Yeah,
the image on my screen was quite small. Sorry, but yeah, I like the fact that they're kind of doing that. You know, because it means you're going to get different bonuses for running different skills, if you know what I mean. For under the specialization that you're running, so I'd assume you would get more of a bonus if you run that skill with the specialization that it's meant to go with. Which leads to our last bit of news. Okay. According to Marco Stahl, as well as other sources such as German magazine GameStar, not only have the 3 specializations been confirmed by the Division, but apparently there's going to be another 3 that are going to be added post-launch of the Division 2. So we will have a total of 6 specializations overall.
Like it.
In the first year.
You reckon?
Yeah, I assume they're going to add more than just 6. That's just my opinion. That's just my guess.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
I actually think 6 is more than I was expecting. I kind of like convinced myself that there was just going to be 4.
I kind of agree with Rob.
Yeah?
Because you've got 8-player raids.
So you think they're going to go to 8 specializations, do you? Or do you think they're going to go even further than that?
No, but I mean, I was listening to something Mateus was talking about with regards to the raids, and he was on about, the raids definitely going to split teams up and that. And the one thing I have not understood so far is the fact that we only get 3 at launch, but you've got a 4-man party. I don't understand that. But
because you have 3 and then you have a wild card.
Yeah, I know, but it just would. I think because we're going to get additional specializations later on, it doesn't make much sense. If you get where I'm coming from, because we're going to get additional ones anyway. I don't understand why we didn't just launch with 4. That would be really cool. If we were just getting 3 and that was it, then that would make sense. But I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Let's think about this for a minute. Let's get our crafting heads on. If they've said there's going to be 6 specializations, and we know there are raids coming, plural being the key there, and we know that these specializations are coming post-launch, and also the raids are coming post-launch, are we thinking an extra specialization coming at the same time as each raid, i.e. there being 3 raids?
Maybe you have to finish the raid to unlock them.
Yeah, all that.
Although I doubt they'll do that.
Oh.
Seems a bit harsh, but yeah.
No, I don't think they will do that.
Because if it's an 8-man team for a raid, and you've only got 3 specializations heading into that raid, that's not an even split. But if you launch the first raid with the 4th specialization, basically you just split your team in half, don't you? Just have 4 lots of everybody running 2 specializations, and then obviously with the extra raids coming out, make them that little bit harder, but give you a specialization that's perhaps built a little bit more towards that specific raid.
Going back to what I just said, sorry, to just ignore what you just said. But maybe they will release a specialization, but it will get unlocked when the first team does the raid. Like a lot of games do, they unlock certain things when a raid first gets done.
It's not a bad idea. I kind of agree with what Rob said, because didn't they used to do that in World of Warcraft? Yeah. And they've definitely done. I know they've done it in Destiny because of the World of Warcraft influence.
Would be a good way of locking something behind content, but technically not locking it behind content, because the raid's going to get finished at some point, isn't it? It's not going to go unfinished forever. So, and then I guess I mean, even if you did tailor each, I keep saying each specialization to each raid, we don't know. We're talking out of our arse at the moment, but if these extra specializations are even slightly tailored towards each individual raid that comes out, just to make it that teeny bit easier. Like
it would make sense for the first team to struggle, and then the rest of the people will have an extra advantage because this extra specialization will help you dramatically.
Especially like we've already just spoken about, if you get signature weapon ammo talents and that. Maybe even just the little bonuses within the specialization themselves are tweaked towards like the different factions or mechanics that you have to do within the raid.
Yeah.
I like it.
I don't think we'll have to.
Number 1.
I don't think you'll have to complete the raid to gain access to a specialization at all.
No,
because
I'm not
there
saying.
Will be, no, I know. I'm just thinking now that there will be players out there that won't get a chance to do the raid, and even though they'll have the option to join a clan, something we'll talk about in a minute. I'm just thinking like this is the one thing that they've said, they don't want to lock anything behind certain bits of content. They don't want to split the community.
No, I agree. I don't think they'll make it so that you have to specifically complete the raid, but I like Rob's idea that once the raid has been finished, it becomes available.
I just meant from what we said earlier. I just kind of thought about I do like the idea of it being locked behind a raid. So I'd kind of like it because it's kind of that thing where you've gained something. Do you know what I mean? You've completed the raid. You've got something out of it. That's really cool. But yeah, you've earned it. But the other side of that is not everybody is going to be able to do that, even though we're going to have the clan facility that we're going to talk about in a minute.
I wouldn't mind them locking something behind the raid so that you specifically have had to complete it, but I don't think something as important to Endgame as a new specialization would be locked.
It'll be vanity.
Yeah. Just something to say, look, I've completed the raid, look at me. But yeah, a whole specialization locked behind the raid would be rage-inducing, I think, to most of the community. It's like you say, not everybody's going to be in the position to be able to finish the raid, even if they've got a team to complete it with, let alone if they haven't. So,
and they have actually come out and said that the raid's going to be for the hardcore community. It's not going to be for the casual. It's going to be difficult to complete.
But there's other end game that is basically for the casual players, for the the people that can't necessarily join up with other people.
Casual Colin.
I don't agree with the vanity though. Like, why? I'm trying to think of like all the raids that we've ever done in other games, and it's not been for vanity. Do you know what I mean? You gotta have something to chase in those things, and I know that's difficult, especially in a game like this where you're trying not to separate the player base. But you've got to have the carrot on the stick, Rob.
Yeah. All depends on how good the vanity is. They're like, if you got that, like, look at me, I'm wearing this, means I've done the raid. Fuck you.
It doesn't matter if you can buy it, right?
Well, you won't be able to buy it, obviously.
I'm messing.
Not to begin with, anyway.
The trouble with stuff like this is the devs are stuck between a rock and a hard place, aren't they? Because they've already confirmed, like you said, that the the raids are set up for the hardcore community. Therefore, they're going to be hard to complete. Therefore, it's got to be worth completing. So you'd like something really good as your reward for completing it. But if you make the reward too good, the people that can't complete it are going to bitch and moan about it because they can't get what we're getting. And if it makes us any better than we were before we went into the raid, it's going to be not pay to win, but akin to pay to win because it's stuff that you're getting that's making you better than people that can't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've seen that happen in other games. So I know Rob, we've seen it in Destiny, haven't we? We've seen a lot of people complain of the fact that they can't complete the raid, therefore they're not getting certain exotics, they're not getting certain raid gear or all the rest of it. I mean, the only good thing kind of about the division, Destiny 2 was the clan system kind of gave people that couldn't do it the opportunity to gain the raid loot at a lower level, then buff it up. But then I feel like that's not a great way of doing it because you think all these players that played through the raid, you're basically effectively giving that out for free. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Is there anything else on that list that you're interested in? Talents with armor kits, tactical link for a group buff, anything else?
I'm interested, but I don't really want to speculate too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know a lot of people have kind of already gone over this, dissected it. They've put out videos or they've put out infographics. We're kind of trying to pull ourselves back a little bit because we don't want to know everything before the game's even out. So we're not going to go over all the confirmed or not so confirmed things at the minute for perk skills and all the rest of it. But yeah, are you pretty happy with Endgame and especially specializations skill trees? Or the fact we have a specialization?
No, I want more content.
You want more content? Okay.
It's not enough.
Greedy son of a bitch.
I was being sarcastic.
I know you were.
Well, when obviously seeing as you feel like you can have extra time, I think you'll have to make a clan, Rob, because that will obviously be where you want to spend more time, right?
Man, that is a beautiful segue.
That is smooth as silk there, Michael. Well played.
I don't think that was very smooth.
No, it wasn't. Again, we're being sarcastic.
Sarcastic, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, clans. Let's do it. Let's talk about clans.
Clans.
I think
That's about as good as my segue.
we're going
Go
to
on,
get
Rob.
50 people in a clan, right? I don't like that. It's too low. Too low. I think it needs to be higher, but that's just my opinion. But one thing I did read up today was the 25 people in a voice chat. That's going to be insane.
Can you imagine? Like herding kittens, wouldn't it? Trying to get everybody to fucking shut up while you try and do something.
I don't think we've had more than like 6 or 8 people in a chat in Discord.
We occasionally had 8 when we used to play on PSN.
Blair,
And it
just
was,
say PlayStation chat, so 8.
Funny as fuck.
Yeah, but it was also like hard to understand what everyone was saying because there was so much shit going on. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
People are gonna get muted, guaranteed.
Okay, so let's kind of start from the top. Obviously, something that was said at E3, clans coming to the Division 2, something we've kind of been looking forward to. We had a clan back on the Division 1, Jesus Christ, before we even started doing the podcast. We're now on Discord now. I don't know if we're going to move to something else in the future.
No.
Hopefully not.
Bloody refuse.
But this is something that I like a lot. Clans are going to be designed to make it easy for you to find like-minded players to play with. Gonna be honest, don't think they're going to be able to match with us that well. We're a little bit fucked, but there we go. Unless that's one of the requirements we can tick in the box. Can we tick that box? Can we have a box or something like that?
We can have like clan trials to be let people in. They have to be really cuntish or something.
If you want.
Cuntish, is that really what you're going with?
I like the way Rob says that. And then the second line says, to make clan management a user-friendly experience.
Right. Where are you going with that?
Okay, so clans will focus on building a tight-knit community with common goals and consist of 50 accounts, something Rob doesn't agree with. However, you do get to carry 4 accounts per person that's on there. You can have the ability to create a clan, and it's unlocked as early part of the Division 2 story progress. So anybody who's unlocked the feature can create their own. But to start progressing a clan, a total of 4 members is required. Fuck. We need like an extra person before we can even start a clan.
Jeez. We failed already.
Yeah. Apparently, clan members can keep themselves informed through the clan feed, keeping you up to date with clan activity and progression. I can guarantee that's not going to happen. It's going to be...
If I can, yeah.
No, that's going to be everyone just calling each other a bunch of not suitable for work.
Nerds.
Yeah.
Comments.
I'm already starting to think that anybody that wants to be our 4th member and beyond is really going to need to be okay with swearing. All of these messages just coming back and forth like, hey, C words and hey, F words. And yeah, it's not going to be polite, is it?
You will have the ability to leave messages on the feed and will enable members to easily stay in touch with each other. And it also allows for leadership to pin important messages in order to coordinate events.
Just so far it sounds like Discord right now.
It probably is Discord. Welcome to the Division 2's Discord. In addition, each clan will have access to, like Rob said, 2 voice channels for up to 25 members each, allowing you to socialize with each other at all times.
Oh no.
Just think of the fun we can have with 25 people in chat.
We'd have to do that at least once, just to see how mental it gets.
I don't think we have that many friends.
We can pay.
We
can pay people though, right?
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. Sweet monetization.
You need to learn to say the word properly first. But yeah, fine.
I can't talk today. Fuck off. Okay, so when joining a clan, you can search. You'll be presented with several options to find the best clan that suits your needs or playstyle. You have the choice of choosing activities, whether you're PvE or PvP or both, the times that you're most active, as in the time of day, atmosphere. Fucking God, fuck off.
No, I'm laughing because I was reading ahead of you because I read atmosphere and it was just like the general atmosphere of the clan. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say atmosphere, the general atmosphere of the clan. Would you prefer a relaxed, easygoing clan, a clan focused on certain aspects of the game, or a highly competitive PvP clan?
Or a clan full of people that like to swear at each other.
I think we should just yeah. They must have at least one mic in the clan.
That should always be ticked.
Well, we've always got one mic. So that's fine.
Yeah, you guys are fine. Language.
That's kind of a big one, I think.
Yeah.
Region and time zone, not so much. You can work around those. But yeah, language is quite a barrier to overcome if you can't see each other to at least like hint at what you want to do next. So, yeah. I mean, we're making fun of this, aren't we? Saying it's like Discord
as
and
long
whatever.
as you can emote, you're fine, right?
It's fucking brilliant that this is going to be built into the game, though, right, boys? I mean,
yeah, I think this. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think this is going to be more for players on Xbox and PS4. I think that's really where it's going to count. Whereas a lot of people we know are going to be on Discord. It doesn't really matter. You probably invite them to your clan, then you probably invite them to Discord, and we'll probably get into chats from that. But it's still like a gateway to meeting new people and having people join you, and I think that side of it's really cool. But I do think, obviously the system on PlayStation is okay. I'm really interested to see how this is going to work on PS4 and Xbox. To have 25 people in chat at the same time. I mean, is that on there's no app at all, so it must be in game. Is that right?
Yeah.
It's got to be in it.
I just thought of it then because there's nothing mentioning that.
I hope there's a text chat as well, because like then people can go, I'm about to do this, does anyone want to join me?
Yeah.
That's
yeah, well they've even said that you can set up events as well.
Yeah. Well,
which is pretty cool.
That involves organization and someone to do that.
But at least you'll always be online. So
yeah.
I'm really pleased they've done it though, because we were asking for clans all the way through the life of the Division 1, and they've put it in Division 2, and they've not gone half-arsed at it. If they're giving you like private chats and messaging facilities and stuff, they've gone at it. I think the only thing that's missing is what you've already said is the app, so that you can manage the clan without being logged into the game. And maybe that's coming, and they've just not announced it yet.
That's a fucking good point. Like, you're going to get the messages. Yeah, we'll get that.
Okay, sorry.
Hold on.
I didn't know about that bit. I'm excited.
Whether we get the app or not, I still think it would be a good thing to have. Because, like you said, how many times, like, social media is always a thing. I don't use Facebook anymore. I use it for posting certain things, but like I'll go on Messenger with you guys. We'll go on other social media, but having that would be really cool because you'd be like, "Hey, are you going to be online tonight?" Yeah, and you can kind of group up. Otherwise, you're not going to get that message to log in, and it's too late by then. But there we go. Creating and managing a clan. Okay, so the first thing you're going to have to do is design your insignia, which will serve as a visual representation of your clan in the Division 2. I'm guessing that's going to be like 2 beer mugs. All right, boys?
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll be able to choose from a selection of icons, backgrounds, borders to create your own unique design. And then you'll have to name your newfound creation. You can have a clan name between 4 to 15 letters long and a clan tag, which would be quite cool. And it's going to be visible to all players. It consists of 3 capitalized letters, and you can also write a presentation to introduce the clan to your players.
BNB.
Yes. That just sounds like bed and breakfast. It could be. Not only that, you're going to have a set privacy level for the clans, open, invite, or private. And going off what Rob said, clan memberships is now going to be organized into 4 ranks, allowing for improved organization and a very clear structure. So you have the commander, who is the leader of the clan, who has access to all administrative functions of the clan. Lieutenant, who has access to send out invites, review applications, promote, demote members, as well as moderate the clan feed. Agent, which is an established clan member, able to invite potential recruits to the clan. And recruit is basically a new member of the clan who will have limited access to clan functionality.
I want to be a recruit.
Constantly.
I don't want any responsibility at all.
But I thought you wanted like more stuff to do.
I would like to have the title commander, but then I wouldn't want the responsibility.
Can we just set you up as commander for the day and you can be like, I am the commander? Can we change commander to captain though?
I'm the
Please.
captain now.
Look at me. I'm the captain.
Don't put Rob in charge of anything. It's just going to end.
No, I already
isn't
said
it?
I want to be a recruit. I don't want any responsibility.
I don't want any responsibility anyway. Just tell me
Dude,
what
I
to
could
do and
just-
I'll do it.
I could just imagine him being like, oh fuck, I'm in charge. The fuck do I do?
Just jump out a window. I'm out.
Everybody fend for yourselves.
Moving on to clan progression. Okay, so all in-game actions taken by members are going to basically earn your clan XP, or as they like to call it, CXP. I thought we'd have a nice woo.
Why?
Oh,
Just abbreviated something. Well done.
well, just the fact that they abbreviated it.
Oh.
Fuck off.
Sorry. Woo!
Earning CXP
Woo!
will level up your clan, earning both you and your friends additional benefits for each level on your clan's journey to level 30.
Woo! Woo!
You'll also unlock additional customization options for your insignia to showcase your clan's veterancy. Clans will collectively work towards common goals in the Division 2. I take it that means like you'll work together to kill stuff, right? And in the shape of weekly projects and an upgradable clan cache. Please don't fill it full of really awesome gear. I know that sounds bad, but it doesn't work out very well. Both yielding rewards for all members upon completion.
Could be random though. Wouldn't it?
Probably. The weekly clan cache requires a weekly CXP goal to be reached with additional stretch goals. I wonder if that's going to work the same as Destiny 2, where everyone had to meet like a certain XP cap for the week.
Yeah, you had to
gain
go do your
the cash.
milestones, didn't you?
Yeah. Do you clan milestones? So there's going to be 3 tiers of rewards. They're going to be bronze, silver, and gold. And reaching bronze tier will unlock guaranteed rewards, whilst reaching gold and silver tiers will improve the week's rewards each time. Clan projects are going to be weekly tasks that grant a boost of CXP upon completion, and they're going to be each focusing on a particular aspect of the game. If your clan manages to complete all weekly projects, then the clan will receive an additional amount of CXP. Finally, not only have we got a clan, boys, but there's going to be clan quarters in the Division 2. So the east wing of the White House will serve as your clan's home, providing you with a space to socialize and regroup. Here you will find your clan stash to collect your weekly rewards, as well as the clan vendor, a unique vendor available only in the east wing of the base of operations. And as a part of the clan's level progression, the quality of the items offered by the clan vendor will improve. Certain levels will also unlock the ability to purchase unique cosmetic headgear. I like the way it's just headgear, featuring your insignia, enabling you to represent your clan wherever you go. And the clan quarters will showcase your clan's top 3 weekly CXP contributors, giving you recognition to those members. Apparently there's more to discover in the clan quarters that you're basically going to have to check out at release.
That all sounds pretty dope, to be fair.
Yeah.
I quite like that. I just hope there's a tier of CXP you have to reach like individually before you get rewarded the clan rewards. You can't just sit there and soak up all this free loot that everybody else in your clan gave you.
Yeah, 100%
I
agree with that.
think that was a thing that was not broken, but that was missing in Destiny 2, because I was getting loot from whatever activities it was in the where you had to go to the watchtower or the lighthouse or whatever it was.
Yeah,
people doing all this PvP stuff and getting me loot, and I was just like, oh yeah, thanks. I'll take this free loot.
I mean, I don't mind, but I didn't earn it.
Yeah, you should definitely be able to hit like bronze CXP before you're able to earn any additional stuff.
Yeah,
from like the silver and gold. But yeah, going back to what you guys said, no, I think I was a little bit worried when they announced clans, and I kind of thought it would be like, here's a group, you can have a clan tag, you're allowed X amount of people, the end. But this is so much more than that, and it's kind of above and beyond what, like, everything that we've seen. To be honest, from my personal point of view, is everything we've seen from the Division 2 is like what we've thought, but it's like a step beyond.
Yeah, they're not half-arsing any of it at all, are they? Or
No.
It certainly doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, and going back to what Luke said, like, yeah, it might sound like we're ripping it a little bit, but
That's just us being cunts. That's what we're good at.
yeah, it's just, yeah. But it's also a case of like, I think we kind of take some of this for granted because we see some of this with regards to the chats and the messaging in Discord, and you do take that, I think, for granted. You think how long it used to take to send like a message on PS4 or anything like that, and it was just like, oh my god, I can't be bothered. We just ended up joining like chats to try and sort shit out, or trying to use Facebook, and Facebook was a piece of shit. So
Facebook is a piece of shit. Yeah, you're right.
no offense to
But yeah, I
anybody.
mean, rather than sending messages to people on console, it was just so much easier to jump into voice chat, say, "Oh, you guys full? Yeah, okay, see you later," and jump back out of a voice chat and wait for somebody else to log on. There was no
but at least
forward planning involved, was it? It was just like, oh, let's see who's on at a certain time of day, and I'll play with them if they're on. If they're not, then tough.
also, if you want to run 2 8-man groups in the Dark Zone, you have plenty of space in your voice chat now.
Technically speaking, Mike, you could run 3 8-man groups in your 8, 16, 24.
Yes.
You'd look like you were struggling with that maths a little bit there, mate.
No, I've got you. I just felt sorry for the one person that was in chat and like wouldn't actually be in game.
Well, that's. I was kind of thinking about that earlier, because 25 people in a chat, raid teams at 8 people.
Maybe he's the organizer.
Somebody's going to get left out.
Maybe he or she are organizing, maybe that's the commander. They're not playing.
Not allowed to play,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah. Well, they ain't got much choice. Robert,
Yeah.
obviously as the recruit,
Yeah.
how much CXP
sir.
are you going to be earning along the way?
As much as I can, sir.
Okay. I don't know why you're saying that to me, because I'm probably going to be a recruit too.
No,
so
you're going to be commander. Commander in
You're
chief.
in charge, Mike.
I'm not.
You clearly don't run enough things already.
Oh, no, I'm not doing that again. That was, not a good idea the first time around. But yeah, that's it. Ready for news this week. There's quite a bit there, a lot more than I thought there was going to be when we set out to record.
Sorry,
yeah,
it's not another 2-hour episode.
No, actually, we got a request this week.
Make it 3
or
hours.
4. Yeah.
What?
No, 4. Snake762 said, can we make it a 4-hour episode this week?
I bloody refuse. Sorry.
I mean, if you want to listen to more of us, like,
You can
go
supply
check
me
out,
with enough beer. Let's do it.
You couldn't
So
last
say if
4
you-
hours.
That's what I mean. I'd fall asleep for the last 3 hours.
And then fucking forget to save your recording, right?
Oh. Yeah, well, it would just be blank anyway, wouldn't it?
Well, it'd just be me and Luke there. It wouldn't be you because you forgot to save it. Anyway, yeah, that's it for this week. Due to time, we've kind of left the questions. The only thing I will say before going any further is, if you do get a chance, go check out the Endgame channel run by Hamish. He had someone on basically discussing PC graphics for the Division 2 and going over all the video settings for the game and basically which ones you want to kind of adjust to give you a better performance for your game, depending on your build. I definitely recommend to go check it out because they go over every single option and kind of discuss not only what it's doing, but they give you an example of what it's doing in the game, on kind of the different settings, so like low and high and all the rest of it. So it's really interesting, and you can kind of adjust to your preference.
Very informative.
It is very informative. Anyway, thank you very much. Robert, where can the listeners find us?
You can find us over at SITREP Radio on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, as well as our personal accounts. Send any questions or feedback for the show to sitrepRadiopod@gmail.com, or you can find us on Discord. The link will be in the show notes.
And I just want to...
How dare you interrupt me?
I just want to butt in
Just
and
rude.
say, I want to thank you, Robert.
Why?
Well, you know, you had a bit of a rant last week, and we had a lot of feedback on it. So I just want to thank you
I apologize, it won't
from the
happen
bottom
again.
of my heart for your honesty. So thank you.
Okay.
And from the listeners.
Okay. Can I keep going now?
Yes, you may.
We want to hear your thoughts on the news and on topics we cover. You fucked me up now. So be sure to leave a comment and join the discussion in any of those places. Luke?
Please leave a review of the show using the podcast app of your choice. We really do enjoy reading all the reviews. The feedback is excellent, and at the end of the day, it does actually help other people to find our lovely little show. If you listen all the way to the end of the show, you will hear all the juicy details of the other awesome shows that are available on the Mash Those Buttons network. And a huge shout out to Skimac for the new awesome review of our show over on iTunes. Thank you.
We do live stream as often as we can, so if you're interested in dropping by and chatting with us whilst we play The Division and some other games, you can find us over at twitch.tv/SITREP Radio. I've been over there the past week streaming me trying to get all the accommodations and all the rest of that shit done before the release of The Division 2.
Yeah. Congratulations, Mike. Well done. You
Thank
finished
you.
it today, right?
Yeah, I finished everything, so I've got all my shields now in the Division 1.
Yay.
So all of us have got all the shields.
Yes.
On PC.
Congratulations,
So
boys.
are you doing it on PS4 as well?
No.
Fuck no.
Yeah. I don't know why I even said that. I'm sorry.
Would you?
No.
I don't even think I was going to say, I don't even think you'd go back to PlayStation 4 at this rate, would you?
No.
I'd have to specifically buy PS Plus, Jesus Christ,
Easy for you to say.
PSN, just to play The Division Online again, just to do the shields, to then let it run out again
me too.
before the game launched.
That's a good point. I might need to cancel that.
That's beer money being wasted right there. That's what that is.
Yeah. But yeah, I just want to say, obviously, huge shout out to you guys.
Shay?
But huge shout out to Borrow the Blade as well for helping us out. Thank you very much, dude.
No, fuck that
It's
guy.
been a tough couple of weeks, but I finally did it. Thank you very much. And I will also say, fuck the Tenebrae.
Oh, Tenebrae?
Tenebrae.
Tenebrae.
You mean the
Tenebrae. Sorry. Tenebrae, as our delightful friend, Borrow the Tweaker would say.
Sorry, the
Anyway.
tweaker. Oh my god.
Anyway, we have been SITREP Radio. Thank you very much for listening, and we will catch you next week.
Bye-bye.
You're listening to a Mash Those Buttons podcast. Visit mashthosebuttons.com for a full podcast schedule.
Cargo secured. Extraction complete.